Hello, my name is Adrian and I would like to show you today how to set up a project, a Jupyter Notebook, with GPU acceleration on Hyperstack Cloud. I have this little side project that I'm working on, which is based on Kandinsky 3, which is a text-to-image model, quite new. And I'm really excited about this release because it offers, according to the authors, better text understanding and better quality on specific domains. And I have this side project where I would like to generate some cute images of animals for my nieces. So I went ahead and create a Jupyter Notebook, which I have run locally on my Mac. And this is the image I could create. It's looking pretty awesome, and I'm sure my nieces are gonna like it. Let me walk you through very quickly the code we've got here. Initially, we just load the necessary dependencies, mostly the diffusers library from Hugging Face, which is where we will take the Kandinsky model from. In this particular case, I'm using a utility function to tell me whether I'm running locally on my Mac or I'm running on the Linux in the Hyperstack cloud. In this case, I'm running on a MacBook Air on Apple Silicon with an M1 chip. It's really amazing that the open source community has provided support to offload AI workloads to the GPU on Apple Silicon. And this we can do with the MPS destination. MPS stands for Metal Performance Shaders. But it's a little bit complicated to set up. I had to pull a specific nightly build from PyTorch. I also had to set up quite a few obscure parameters here, like an environment variable and a special way to split the model because it won't fit into the 16GB memory of the MacBook right away. Thankfully, all the community at Hugging Face is very active and I could find my way around it. But it wasn't so easy. The biggest drawback though is that to generate this image, which I'm really pleased about, it took me about 5 minutes. And I would like to create quite a few more, so it's not very practical. So let's go instead to Hyperstack and create a new virtual machine with an NVIDIA GPU. So let's just call this machine Kandinsky. And let's go through the process step by step. This is going to be in the Norway Center. That's fine by me. And we're going to pick this machine, which is using an RTX 6000. This is a 40GB graphics card from NVIDIA where I'm going to be able to run my workload with great performance. I'm going to go with Ubuntu. Yeah, that's fine. I have already set up some SSH keys. I need a public IP and the NVIDIA drivers, and I'm good to go. So I hit deploy, and the machine is the virtual machine is being created on my behalf. All right, my virtual machine is now ready, and I have enabled the SSH access. So all I need to do is grab the public IP, open a terminal, and connect to it. I will use Ubuntu as the username since that was the operating system that I chose. Enter the IP, add it to my list of known hosts, and here I am. So let's just check what we've got in terms of GPU. And sure enough, we've got an NVIDIA RTX A6000. I think this is going to work just great. All right. I'm now ready to clone my GitHub repo to resume the work here in the virtual machine. So let's just create a new directory and let's grab the URL of the repo. There. And although it's not strictly necessary, I think it's a good practice to start with the virtual environment to contain all the dependencies. So let's go ahead and create one. This is not immediately available, but I can get it through the recommendation. There you go. We can now create it. And let's activate it first. Let's install Jupyter Notebook. Okay, I'm ready now to start running the notebook. And we're gonna do it in a way that is not opening the browser in the virtual machine, but I want to open the browser directly in my machine. So let's specify no browser, and let's give a specific port. Okay, this is now running the Jupyter Notebook, but we're not ready to access it yet. So let's open up a new terminal and create an SSH tunnel to connect to our virtual machine. Let's do some port binding to enable that. Let's go ahead and pick the IP that we already got. Okay, we have now created a tunnel for the designated port 8080. And now we can just take this URL here, enter it here. Here we are in the virtual machine running the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, let's go ahead and run the step with the dependencies. Okay, we continue now with the actual model. And this will fetch the Kandinsky 3 model from the Hugging Face Hub. And in this code over here, we will deploy that to the CUDA target, which means on the NVIDIA GPU. All right, so we have now loaded the model, and let's generate the image, the previous image that we already had with the monkey. And you saw how fast that was. And sure enough, we get the monkey image. It's the same because we use a predefined seed. And I'm ready to generate new images from my nieces. So let's go ahead and do a leopard jumping between rocks. And the background now is going to be African savanna. Wow, this looks really great. I'm sure my nieces are gonna love it. So I hope that was insightful and inspiring for you about how easy it is to get your Jupyter Notebooks with GPU acceleration working on Hyperstack Cloud. Thank you, and until next time.